Ernest Rodriguez, born in 1928, was a civil rights activist that was part of many different organizations that advocated equality towards Latinos in Iowa and across the country. Many of these organizations were created for the civil rights movement known as the Chicano movement. The term Chicano means an American of Mexican ancestry. This movement started in the 1960s, where Chicanos demanded equal rights and opportunities as a U.S. citizen. During and after this movement, Rodriguez did many speeches in regards to civil rights, one of them being Power of Love. This speech was given at Toastmasters speech competition located in Muscatine, Iowa in 1982. In the first part of Power of Love, Rodriguez says, "Not too long ago we witnessed our loved ones march off to Vietnam to fight a war that made little sense to anyone with sense." When Rodriguez wrote this speech, the most recent event was the Vietnam War. He then says, "We watched pictures of our loved ones burn villages populated by innocent men, women, and children." He is referring to the My Lai massacre during the Vietnam War. My Lai was the name of the village where troops were sent to destroy, since it was believed that enemies were at the village. The troops did not confront any enemies, but they still killed the innocent civilians that lived in the village. Rodriguez then continues illustrating in the first part of the speech horrific stories of violence that have been circulating around the world. In the next part of the speech, Rodriguez begins talking about poverty and how it causes violence, hate, and greed. He tells the audience that they need to stop poverty now, because if we do nothing to stop it, it will spread until its effects render us helpless. He says that this problem reminds him of drug abuse. Drug abuse was a problem for minorities, but the problem wasn't treated until it had become a problem with people with power and wealth. When this speech was written, it was close to the end of the Chicano movement. Though it was ending, Rodriguez still believed that equal rights towards all groups is important. He wanted to make sure the audience saw how problems are handled in regards to minority groups. Rodriguez believed he had a solution to the problems and said, "The answer, my friends, is very simple. It is contained in one word: love. Love is a powerful force which can bring about miraculous changes." In the Chicano movement, many supported pacifism. As a Chicano activist himself, Rodriguez believed love was a nonviolent way to end much of the problems causing violence in the world. To prove his point, he mentions Martin Luther King Jr., who showed his love for humanity and made a whole nation realize the inequality with minority groups. At the end of the speech, he tells the audience that they can be the ones to change the nation. He wanted both minority and majority groups to come together and fix the nation with the power of love. It is not clear on what problem Rodriguez wants the audience to fix, but he is clear on what he wants the audience to accomplish.